Hello friend, in today's video we will learn how to interface the RFID reader with your Raspberry Pi. Basically RFID reader works on the UART protocol, that is serial protocol, so that we will use serial terminal to take the input from the RFID reader. So before starting the actual implementation, let's see what will be the final output first. So when you click on the run project, you can see RFID project message print on LCD, and when you press button 2, it will ask swap your card. So you have to pass the 12 digit number. So let's say this is my 12 digit number. So if the 12 digit number is invalid, then you can see invalid card message present on LCD. And again, if you want to swap new card, press this button. So again I am passing 12 digit number, and if the 12 digit number is correct, that is card is correct, then attendance taken message printed on LCD. And if you want to see the complete attendance, you can use the second button. Once you press the second button, the total number of count is 1. That means there is one attendance. So we will see how to implement this logic in Proteus. Also we will see the uh, how to design this flowchart so that you can get the output just like this project. So before starting the actual implementation, you have to download Proteus 8 software in your laptop. If you haven't downloaded this software, please watch my first video. I have explained how to use this software and how to download this software. So after you download this software, right click on this software and click as run as administrator. So you can see Proteus 8.9 software will open. So if you want to create a new project, go to the new project, then give your project name. Let's say RFID project. After that, click on next button, and then select create a schematic from the selected template. Click on next button, then select do not create a PCB layout. Click on next button, then select create flowchart project. After that, inside family, select Raspberry Pi and click on next. Then click on finish. So once you click on finish, you can see there are two terminal, visual designer and schematic capture. In schematic capture, you can see Raspberry Pi is present. So first we import our serial terminal, LCD and switches in virtual designer. So right click on the peripheral here, then add peripheral. So once you click on add peripheral, select category as breakout peripheral. Then after that select momentary action push button. Click on add. Then again select this and click on add. We require two buttons, so that we have taken two buttons here. After that we require a serial terminal. Then inside this breakout peripheral, select terminal module. Then click on add. Then again go to the display category and select I2C I2C display and click on add. So after selection of all the component, click on close. So you can see button 1, button 2, virtual terminal and LCD get added into your peripheral. So in setup mode, we first arrange this is like this. We move this setup here and loop here. Okay, you can see there are loop and setup. In setup mode, we basically set up our 12 digit number of RFID card. Then after that we set up LCD here also. So first go to the assignment block, then click on this assignment block and drop this block here. After that take this block and add this block here. So once you click on add this block in setup, double click on this block. Here you can assign your variable. So create a new variable. Let's say give the name 1, tag 1. So this variable store the first tag number, and the type of this tag should be string. Click on OK. So with this we have to create again two tag. Create a new, then tag 2, then change the type to string. Click on OK. Then click on new, then tag 3. Then type, then string. Click on OK. So we have created tag 1, tag 2, tag 3. We have to pass the some value to tag 1. So click on here and select tag 1 and give here number. 12 digit, any 12 digit number 9922. So this is my first tag. Then select tag 2, then give again 12 digit number, then select tag 3 and pass here 3 again 12 digit number. So in this way we have created variable with having 12 digit number of each tag. Then click on OK. So we have created 3 tags. After that we have to first print the RFID project on this LCD. So go to your LCD here, then click on print and bring that print here. Okay, so first message should be our project name. So pass here project name message RFID project. Click on OK. So this will first print the RFID project on LCD as soon as you run the simulation. Now next part is we have to define some condition for switch 1 and switch 2. So when you press switch 1, then we have to print all the count. So that first we do the coding for switch 1. Go to this and select Raspberry Pi button 1. Take this button and drop this button here. So once you drop, there are two output from this button, yes or no. So if switch is present, you have to again print the message on LCD that final RFID count. So again go to the LCD, first select the clear, again drop clear here, then after that select print, again drop print here. So once and give here message final RFID count, then click on OK. After that we have to again clear the LCD and we have to print the final count. So again go to the LCD, then clear and bring that clear here, then just take down below, and after that again go to the print and take that print here, and here you have to pass the count. So before starting the next part, I request you please subscribe my channel. You can see currently I have only 185 subscriber. So in last day there are 1.5k views on my channel, but subscriber is still low. So please subscribe my channel. You require only 1 second to click on the subscribe button, but to create any video I require complete 1 day. So once you click on the subscribe button, it will motivate me. So we require one variable. So to print the final count we require one variable. So in setup mode we are going to go to into setup mode, and here we are create a new variable that store the count. So again click on new and give here name variable name count, and type should be integer, and click on OK. So new variable assign, then assign the new variable value to 0, initial value to 0. After that click on OK. We have to print the final count once we press the button 1. So that inside this double click on here and take this write this name here count, click on OK, and whatever the message print on LCD that should be in string form. So this count should be in string, so that select toString method and click on OK. So in this way we have print the final count on LCD once we press the switch. Now second part is once first switch is not pressed, then we have to detect the second switch. So again take the second switch and bring that switch here. Now if the first switch is not pressed, we have to detect the action on second switch. So connect first switch no output to second switch input. Then after that if second switch is pressed, then we have to print the message on LCD that swap your card. So again go to the LCD, so go to the clear and take that clear here, then connect that clear with second switch output, and then again go to the print, then take a print and select after clear, connect that print here. So after that you have to print the message like swap your card. So give here message swap your card. So click on OK. After that we have to take the input from the virtual terminal. So go to the VT and take the input, place that input here and connect this box to input. Now if you write any input on virtual terminal, we have to store that input into one variable. So again go to the setup into variable mode, create a new variable here, give here name RFID RFID underscore data. That type should be the string, and click on OK. And after that, go to here and give select RFID data and pass null value at the starting, and click on OK. So after that, in virtual terminal, whatever the data you have taken, you have to pass that data into RFID data. So click on here and select RFID data and click on OK. So after that, we have to compare this RFID data with our tag 1, tag 2 or tag 3. So again, go to here, decision box, and select the decision box here, and after connect this here to this decision box, and here we have to write our decision statement. So decision statement should be like this. Decision statement like this: if RFID data is equal to tag 1, or if RFID data equal to tag 2, or if RFID data equal to tag 3. So after you write your decision statement, click on OK. So if the decision is true, that means our whatever the value taken from the virtual terminal, that value match with tag 1, tag 2 or tag 3, then we have to increment our count. So if you want to increment your count, go to again this assignment block, bring that block here, and connect this block to here, and pass here, and here assignment should be count. Select count here, count is equal to count plus 1, and click on OK. So this will increment your count. So if that data is not matched, then we have to again go to our button 1 state, and before that we have to print the message on LCD like swap card is incorrect. So in else part, select this one. So first connect the else part of this decision making statement with your loop here. So that means if the tag 1, tag 2, tag 3 is not correct, or whatever the data is not correct from the serial terminal, then again start the program. So okay, so before that we have to print the some output on LCD. So go to here LCD, then click on clear, and bring that clear here. After that again click on print, and bring that print here, and double click on this print and type here a message incorrect card, and click on OK. So we have completed the yes part of button 2. Now if the button 2 is not pressed, then we have to again start our program. So take the buttons, point this, and this should be joined here. So you can see we successfully created our flowchart, so that our code is created. Now if you want to add some delay between print statement, you can give delay also. In delay you have to select this one, time delay, and bring that time delay to in between your message. So let's say find final RFID count. After that you need some delay, so we have taken that delay here. Double click on this delay and give delay 500 millisecond. So likewise this we have to give delay after each print statement. So go to delay and place that delay here, give here 500 millisecond. After that here incorrect message, give delay 500 millisecond. Okay, and final count also give delay 500 millisecond. Okay, so this after okay, last part remaining that after count 1 is if there is a correct value, then we have declared the we have increment the count 1, but after that we have to again start our program. So go to click on this and place that line here. so it will again start the loop part. So this is the final code of your project. So if you want to check the code, go to the schematic and click on run module. Okay, so it is mentioned GPIO pin is already more than one value. So that's mean if you go to the schematic, you can see button 1 also has GPIO 4 and button 2 also has GPIO 4. So double click on any one of these button, let's say button 2, and click on unlock. Then here give GPIO 17. Click on OK. So again go to this and click run. So you can see RFID project message printed here, and once you press the button 2, it will ask swap your card. So when we give correct message, click on enter. So you can see we haven't given any message once the card is correct. So if this statement is true, then we have to pass the message, go to the clear, pass clear here. Then after that take a print and pass print here, and double click on this print and give your message like correct card. Click on OK, and again go to the schematic capture, click on run button. So you can see the project name is present. Then once you click on button 2, it will ask swap your card, and pass the card number and enter. You can see correct card message present here. And if you want to again see the final count, click on button 1. Final RFID count is 1. So in this way we have successfully created our project, and also created flowchart of this project. So if you want the simulation of this project, the simulation present in Google Drive, the Google Drive link present in the description.